Welcome everyone to our teaching on set, the SSCE aspect of it. Today, we'll be dealing with Venn diagram shading. This is the representation of set relationships such as intersection, union, and complement by appropriate shading in Venn diagrams. First, we have one subset indicated by the diagram below. If you look at the first diagram, we have A prime shaded. The subset A is inside the universal set U. And when we say A prime is anything outside the A subset, but within the universal set. Hence, you see the shading within the universal set, but A, subset A that is inside the cycle is omitted. Then, when you look at the next diagram there, which is A subset shaded, when it's only A that is a subset in the universal set, when it's to be shaded, the cycle that indicates that subset is shaded, but anything outside that within the universal set is left unshaded. Hence, we label that one as A subset shaded. Next, let's take two subsets. In the first case for two subsets, when A is contained inside B, that is A is a subset of B. When we have a case where A is a subset of B, then the different relationship is shown by the diagram below. First, we have A prime. In the first diagram, you see A prime is shaded. It means anything outside A but within the B subset. Then the next diagram, A intersection B shaded. Here, A subset is a common set between A and B since A is inside of B. Hence the shading of A and leaving B. Then the third diagram there, which is the last one at the bottom, A union B. It means the two subsets, they are shaded, both the one that is inside the other. Next, we have independent subset. In the case of independent subset, the first diagram there, two subset A and B inside the universal set U. A union B is shaded. It means the two sets A and B joined together, they are all shaded, but nothing is shaded within the universal set. Next is A intersection B shaded, which is to say the common point between the subset A and B, where they intersect, where they join together, is the only place that is shaded there. Every other place is left unshaded. Next, we have A intersection B prime shaded, which is to say we are shading everything outside the intersection, both the subset and the universal set, everything. It's only the intersection that will be left unshaded. Next, we have A union B prime shaded, which is to say the two subsets join together. Anything outside it, which is within the universal set, is what is shaded. Then the last two diagrams at the bottom there is to explain A prime intersection B. Once you say A prime intersection B shaded, you are saying that A, anything outside A, will not be part of the shading. Hence, you see B. Here, in this case, is B only. Now, next we have A intersection B prime shaded, which is also the same thing as A only. Anything B will not be shaded in it. Next, three subsets. In the first diagram, which is diagram 1, we have at the top A intersection B intersection C shaded, which is that portion that is common to the three subsets inside the universal set. Next to it is A union B union C shaded, which is the three subsets together shaded, but not anything inside the universal set. Still under diagram 1, the last two diagrams at the bottom, we have A intersection B prime intersection C shaded. If you observe very well, A and C, where they intersect, is shaded. I mean, B is not in it. That's why A, B prime is indicated there. Next to that is a diagram A intersection B intersection C prime shaded. If you look at it very well, you will see that in three subset, A intersection B is shaded, but anything within the subset of C is not shaded, hence the C prime. Next, we have the diagram 2, where the first diagram there at the top is A prime intersection B intersection C shaded. What we have there is that B intersection C is shaded, but anything that has to do with A is avoided in the shading. because of the A prime. Next to it is A intersection B prime, intersection C prime shaded. What that implies is that it's only the subset A that is shaded. Anything that has to do with B and C is avoided, and the universal set, they are all avoided in the shading because of the prime in it. The last part of the diagram there, in diagram 2, we have A prime, intersection B, intersection C prime shaded. What that simply means is that anything that has to do, B is shaded, but anything that has to do with A and C is avoided in the shading, which is to say B only. Next to that is A prime, intersection B prime, intersection C shaded. What that means is only C that is shaded. Anything that has to do with A and B, they are avoided in their joint formation there. Before lastly, we have diagram 3. Here you have A union B union C bracket prime is shaded. What that simply means is that since these three subsets are inside the universal set, you are joining the three subset A, B, C, you leave them unshaded. But anything outside that within the universal set is shaded. That next diagram to that is B intersection C bracket union A prime intersection C shaded. What this simply means is that we are shading C, but we are avoiding A totally, then taking part of B to be avoided. Next, we take some examples. P, Q, and R are three intersecting sets in the universal set. Which of the following represents the shaded portion? The options are given. Solution. The shaded portion is bracket open R union Q bracket close intersection P prime. Another example. In the Venn diagram above, the shaded region is, the options are given. Solution. The shaded portion is P intersection R bracket open and close intersection Q prime. Another example. The shaded portion is represented by, the options are given. Solution. The shaded portion is P union Q union R prime. Another example. Which of the following represent the shaded portion of the Venn diagram above? The options are given. Solution. The shaded portion is L prime union M prime. Another example. If E is a subset of G and G is a subset of the universal set, where U is the universal set, then the shaded Venn diagram representing U minus E or E prime is, the options are given. The only diagram that is suitable to this problem, since we are given the condition that E is a subset of G, which is to say E is inside G and G is inside the universal set. So we must look for this set that has the diagram that has E inside of G among them. And the only diagram that have E inside of G is C. And if you look at it also, E prime is shaded there. That's everything outside E is shaded. We've come to the end of the examples under this subtopic, Venn diagram shading. Next, we have some exercises from page 139 of the hidden fact in new SSCE mathematics. Try your hands on the exercises. The answers are given at the answer section of the book, either the hard copy or the soft copy, with our website description at the bottom of the page. Thank you.